Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yo, we back. Yo, we early.
Top of the morning.
Top of the MO. I got my monitors going on over here. Got everything going.
I'm trying to get right myself. You know what I mean?
In effect. You know, I'm just making sure the streams are straight. You know, but this is the infamous Heyward-CPA-LIVE stream in effect. This is one of the premier office hours that you can find with accounting folks out here. We give you accounting advice, business advice, whatever else you want. And we live here at 11 o'clock. We done got here so early, our people not even logged in yet. That's how because they know we always late. You know what I'm saying? So we're here in effect, in total effect, my friend. You know what I'm saying? For another Saturday of insightful conversation and, you know, some good stuff to go on. So, you know, but let's do a little bit of housekeeping. But I didn't even mean to have the tag on the bottom already. Wow, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, you have a good morning already. Good morning to you. So, we're a couple of rules here. Now hit us up in the chat. Put your comments in the chat. You know what? Put your questions in the chat too. If you're up in there. And you know, we always putting people in. We put people on. We gotta work on our little text. Clean that up. But yeah. Oh wow. Uh-oh.
Already.
Yeah, we got it already. It's all right. Hold up. Let me get on this design. We're gonna get to that in a second. So that's one. We got a few things happening here. We got so that's one. You put your questions in the chat. And then, you know, you get with us. Sit here, be positive. Tell a friend. Go on YouTube though. And subscribe. We have a lot of content coming.
Yeah,
all places.
Yeah. Ooh, stay tuned.
Yeah, all places, yo.
We have our good morning. Another good morning. We have our esteemed colleague who will be checking in here shortly.
Is he? Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that's that. And actually, he'll be the one for that first question. We really want to get his stuff going on. His answer coming in. But, you know, before we get to that, let's go to the weekend review as we have. I'll take it off while you still on the tech side over there. So pretty good week. Good week. Had a lot of things going on, but actually got a lot of work done this week. Interestingly. Is this our post? Let's see. Oh yeah. This is our first since the regime change.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to that when the homie gets in here. But did have some interesting consultations, and did get back to our book of the week activity. Profit First, which is streaming down at the bottom. This is a great book. Very good book. We've spoken about it before, and we've spoken about it before we've done this book of the week activity that we're now doing, because we want to, highlight, and we may go in depth in the book, because mind you, when we bring up books and things, one thing is that people's attention spans aren't what they used to be. So you have to reinforce it. So we get reinforced with a lot of ridiculousness all the time. So let's reinforce that. And two, people in different positions to hear different things. But this book is great, especially if you're in business, even if it's a side hustle. This is a great book for you to read, because it flips the management accounting philosophy on its head. So quickly, what Mike Mikowitz, and he just came out with another book too, just recently. We got, with our crew, we got to start with this one. What he's come up with is, basically the first thing is, you plan the profit. So people talk about budgets and what have you, but the philosophy, the thesis in this book is to pull the profit off the top. So if you have a business doing $100,000 and you're supposed to have, you say, hey, it's a 20% margin. 20,000 is budgeted. So you budget the profit. And so now the business has to operate on 80,000. That's how it runs. And then he has techniques on there on the cash management side and all that. I'm going to bring a copy of the book up here, right here. Profit First down there. Very good book. We could take this down.
Oh, by the way, we are not sponsored by Profit First.
Not at least,
just so you know.
Yeah,
so you know.
Yeah, this is just us. Yes, this is just. Oh, no doubt. Good morning. The cousin in there. Yeah, so very good book, but the philosophy behind it can be applied to your personal finance too. So that's a big portion here. So you really can take the philosophy, and apply this to your personal. So you get your paycheck, you're like, yo, yeah, I know you saving for retirement and whatever, they take it out. But I'm talking about what you take home, and you're like, yo, this is the money, I think, in terms of savings or whatever, investment money, 10% of it, I'm putting it over here. I don't care what happens. That's going 10% is over there. So now I got to run my life on the remaining 80% of what I brought in. And, and even that 10% comes from Richest Man in Babylon, speaks to that. That's another book that talks about that. But there's a discipline to start. Because when we talk about debt reduction or reducing our debt, a lot of times we look at it in terms of what I have left over to apply to it, as opposed to, if I want to save for a trip, it's like I go spend everything as is, and then whatever's left over, I'll try to make it. Whereas opposed to being like creating this constraint, you have a constraint. If you live off 90% of what you bring in, just as a number, and you discipline yourself to that, that 10%, is there, and over time it's going to accumulate. And that's wealth building as well. But we don't want to do too much too early in the morning, because I'll start going down a rabbit hole. But actually a rabbit hole for our guest, that's what he does. So, but it's like taking a portion, but that's what Profit First is about. And the tagline is transform your business from a cash eating monster to a money making machine. And it's by change of philosophy.
Yeah, let me underline all of what you said. Most business owners focus on growth and revenue, but not the profitability aspect of it. And that's where Profit First attributes a lot of what you're saying to the model and the theory of what it's trying to provide in terms of good habits.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. Got to have good habits, people. I mean, it's like I say. I mean, you can make whatever dollar amount that you make, but if you spend 1 cent more than that, so you could make $1 million a month, but if you spend $1 million, if you spend it all, $1,000,001 as well, you broke. That's why you see people that have a lot of money, they end up broke anyway. So, it's going there, but no. So that's our book of the week. That was a nice little segment there. I got the little picture going there. Look at this. Yeah, we moving up. So the book of the week, but definitely check it out. I think if you have like Kindle Unlimited, it might. And there's an audio book too. So remember, almost everything we put out here is an audio book as well. So you don't have to get all super caught up in there. But definitely that is our book of the week. If you have any questions, put them in the chat, or you can email us hello@Heyward-CPA. Have anything you want to go through with the book. And there's some other items that are taking shape around it, like RelayFi is an online banking platform that makes it easy to follow the profit first format. For those of us that lived in the cash era, is basically going to the envelope method, where you would take your money and then you take whatever your paycheck, you put the amount for the rent in one envelope, the amount for the phone. When we had the landline, you had that. So it's that concept. So it's
digitally,
but it's really the method that you use to do it can vary, but it's the concept that we doing it. But anyway,
so again, there's no sponsorship for this information that we're providing here.
No, not at all. No, not one bit. But this tape might be going somewhere.
Yeah, no doubt. But look, I wanted to just throw the formulas at the people, give them a little bit more grip to hold on to, right? Definitely got to read the book yourself. Definitely got to go through the exercise yourself. Definitely reach out to us with any questions. Definitely reach out for any consultations, because we can take you through, introduce you to our business program through business development, right? So the formula that we have, that Profit First talks about.
Yeah, I have
no way. What happened?
What'd
you do?
It's regime change. I took this, and man, I didn't do anything. All I did was do this. Let's see if it happens again.
Where you at? I don't see you.
Yeah, am I here? 1, 2.
There you go. Now you there. Where'd you go?
Regime change.
Stop playing with the buttons, man. Stop playing
I wasn't the buttons. I told
you. We still on. We ain't skip a beat though, right? So
yeah, you were still on. I don't know
what.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So I was giving them the formula, Profit First formula, right? So traditionally, people focus on sales minus expenses equals profit, right? So Profit First goes the other way. Sales minus profit equals expenses, right? So they encourage you to focus on your profitability, because you are the product. Mm-hmm. You are the product. Your business is the product. So why shouldn't your business profit first? Profit, hence the name of the book. Profit first from everything else that happens. So hopefully that you guys can jump onto that. I think that there might be some cliff notes out there, but still take the book. How many of the pages? Divide that by 30 days and read those pages per day, and you'll catch up.
But you do the audio book, it'll ride. It'll go pretty quick. So, but the thing is that we suggested this to one of our clients, and they read the book, and they said it was. We had a call with them this week, and they were like, "Yeah, we read the book."
Oh, now see, you being humble, man. They read the book. We talked about it in a consultation. They went and read the book. We didn't force them to read. We just kind of threw it out there. They went and read the book, right? And then they came back to the next advisory meeting, having read the book and has actually taken action and let it be known on the action that they were taking, so they can get the advisement on the strategy side on how to move forward, what to look for next, so on and so forth.
And we can talk. We can talk shop.
Correct.
We talk shop. So but as we get into get into personal finance, you can do that. So, but that's it. That's our deal. So, Profit First. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Profit First, for coming in, for stopping by. It's been real, So, Profit First is up out of here. So, here we are. It is November 16th. I know people are locked in. They're wondering. A little event took place on the 5th of November. Something. I don't know. I was asleep about 10 o'clock or something like that.
Oh, before you jump into that.
Because it's before going down.
Because I gotta get this out, right? Today is Cole's birthday. 23. Your nephew's birthday he's 23 today.
Oh, really?
So
for real?
if he's listening, half groggy somewhere, happy birthday, son. I'll see you later on today. He went to Charlotte yesterday.
Oh, that's what I was saying.
He went to Charlotte yesterday. So, I talked to him a couple of times. He did hit me in the middle of the night when he got in safely. But,
So he's totally not awake right now.
Right. Or he might be. Who knows?
He's probably like half awake.
Yeah. He's a weird one. Yeah,
they might be. Yeah. So okay. Well, happy birthday. 23, huh?
Yes, sir.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, anyway. And so I would have been stirring about now. I would have been stirring or coming home. One of the two. Right about now, like, I don't even know where I've been. So, that's my DJ life. So, anyhow, all right, look, the election happened. Everybody freaked out. Not everybody. Well, no, actually, everybody did. One way or the other, you freaked out. Like, so you hear your answer, it was hey, yay, or boo, one way or the other. So, because we about BI, the politics, that's a different show. The BI, right now, as of right now, not much has changed. But we did get the first question of the day around this. And it says, I gotta change this. You can't even read that. I was like, let me just make it darker. I'm telling you, live television, baby. This is going down. But the question is essentially, let's just put it in black. Always bet on black. Except for an election. I couldn't help with that one. Anyway, so how should we be preparing our finances with the change in administration? Well, that's to be seen. One thing just from the tax side, which I know, that's kind of where we dwell. There were some things that were supposed to expire in 2025 that the way things seem to be going will continue. And which means that personally, your standard deduction is going to stay high and, everything's going to be the same. Most likely that's going to extend to 28 with a few provisions here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I got through the midterms, but and so tax wise, it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be a major difference, especially in the first year, because I can only deal with next year. I can't speak to down the line, and I think that's probably best about all things looking at finances. Now, I will say this. My point of view was really not dependent on the result of the election. It's more of what's happening economically. And I know personally, my thing is like, it's nothing new, but you really need to save your money because there's so much uncertainty right now. If you can get in the market get in the market if you can. But you gotta be mindful of your cash. I guess that's why Profit First really works out. I think now you have to be mindful of your cash because we don't know what's gonna happen. This, from my evidence from the last time this administration existed, something happened like every month. There was something going down. Now my personal thoughts. I mean, I personally think we're gonna be at war within 2 years. So whatever that's gonna happen. And if the tariff thing works, you're not gonna be able to afford anything. If the tariffs happen, you're not gonna be able to afford anything. But just in the geopolitical economic thing, I don't see the tariffs really happening, because for us to go to war with anybody, the people we trying to put tariffs on, we got to borrow the money from them, either them or the Saudis. So it's bigger than us, y'all. And I'm just trying to tell you, like, this is very big. But the tariff thing, I don't know. But they are talking about inflation may go back up. And for most of us in there, this is business and individual or personal. What it means when inflation goes up, it means prices go up. That's what. So your dollar isn't worth $1. That's pretty much, your dollar can't buy $1 worth of stuff. And inflation has always existed and it will exist. But they're talking about, the rates may stay high because we're going to have this cooling. For instance, the stock market, and this is just an undertone from this election thing. Democrats were saying that the economy is good. Well, that means the stock market was good. The stock market has been great. If you have any action in there, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it was great. That's why I'm trying to wait for the homie to come in. He talk. It's been absolutely wonderful. The day after the election, it was superb.
Yeah,
superb. Right. It was outstanding. It's going to go that way. And I've had conversations. I think I had it with Marcus, but we went. It's been known that, and I'm just going on historical stuff. This is that after when Republican administrations come in, there's a excitement on the front end, then it slows down relatively early. So sometime in about March, it may start heading down. Could totally see that happening. So, you saw that? Oh man, man, Fryer. He over there. He said, yeah, so,
there it is.
Yeah, so he's on to keep rolling. So I keep rolling. So he was the mystery guest. But anyway, so there's a chance that the market is gonna go down. So what this means in your regular is, like, be mindful of your bread. Don't dumb out over here. We hitting the holiday time, but heck, you probably done bought everything all year everywhere. They have sales all year. So on the 29th, which is supposed to be Black Friday, there's probably nothing's going to be that much of a sale that you can't miss it. And we have to be prepared for uncertainty, but I just feel like, social and fear aside, like, my man gonna be on something different, man. And like, he gonna be on something different, man. Like, you just gotta be prepared. But maybe I'll say it best this way: the things that we've spoken about on this show, and we talked about, it's time to activate them. Be mindful of your bread. Put some money away. If you can get into the market outside of your retirement, retirement is something different. We need to do a show on retirement with the professionals. It's different. You gotta handle that. handle debt, whatever, but you need to make sure you got some cash because toilet paper might be $18, then what you gonna do, right? So like that. And yeah, what you gonna do? Like and do that. So that's my personal advice, but it changes because dynamics are gonna change. And I still believe that we gonna be at war real soon. So that's my 2 cents. That's all I got. But
yeah, well, I'm gonna give you some more to add to that, I think. And what we'll do is we'll include a PDF of some suggestions. We'll attach it to this YouTube video.
Oh, will? Word? Okay.
Yeah, we will. All right. So, real high level bullet points just to answer the question a little bit more. Make sure to analyze the potential policy changes, right? Keep an eye out for that stuff. Miss the rhetoric and understand what the message is, right? And try to figure out how best to understand the changes of the policies that's coming along. And then, as James said, assess your current financial situation, personally and for businesses, right? And understand inflation and understand, the markets. You don't have to be a professional. There's professionals for that. But just having your good finger on the framework of it will help you fill in a lot of blanks, right? Tax planning, of course, and make sure you talk to your personal financial advisors. If you don't have one, we have one. We have excellent one. We have excellent sources as well. Yeah, absolutely. And to ingest those investment strategies to see, what you should be doing over the short term and the long term. Then make sure you manage your debt wisely, right? One suggestion is pay off any high debt credit cards, get that out the way. And then have a game plan for the rest of your debt, right? And then most importantly, which should have been number one, is engage with professionals. A lot of times we think we could do it on our own. And, while for those of us that like to be educated and to attempt doing things, that's a nail in the tire, if you will, because eventually it's going to deflate. And you might be stuck on the side of the road with no shoulder, right? An 18-wheeler is running by you. It could be cold, it could be raining, or it could be 120 degrees outside. One never knows, right? And then talking to build a financial cushion, right? One question that we always ask people, and it's something that we keep coming back to. What do you need to live? How much money do you need to live your lifestyle? Like realistically, how much money do you need to live and so then you get that answer and you back it up to go ahead and create a financial cushion for yourself, right? And these things are easily said. These things are easily mentioned. But how do you do it? How do you design it? And then how do you execute? Right? So it's idea, design, and execution. Again, engage professionals. Figure out, be honest with yourselves, right? And ask yourselves what it is that you want. We are in a turbulent society and economy, but, believe it or not, there's a lot of opportunity within turbulence because, no challenge, no change. So that's why things change, and that's why people get rich, and that's why people get poor, because it's either they're seeking the opportunity to get rich, or they're seeking the opportunity to go poor or to stay poor. To be honest, because it's all opportunities. I digress from there, and then stay flexible and informed, right? So again, those are high level bullet points. Hopefully something resonated with you guys. And we'll drop this PDF into our link after the show, so you guys can go ahead and download it and take some action.
Absolutely. Well, I think what's coming up, the biggest thing off of that to me is that the professionals. One mistake that people make. What we're talking about being proactive with this money thing. Financial advisors, financial planners, tax advisors, insurance agents, bankers, your bank, your retirement at your job, whatever you have. Don't wait. There's no better time than right now to go talk to somebody about this stuff, because you mess around and you let it linger, you let it go. You don't talk to somebody. I tell people all the time, look, you don't get a financial planner when you get money, because how you going to get the money if you don't get a planner? You got to get a plan. Talk to the people. It's a lot of people. People tend to think these services are for people that have money, but the people have money because they went to the service. Yeah, you may charge something or something like that, but it's the cost of survival. Because I'm going to tell you, the cost of living is not going back down unless the whole system blows up. Then we'll deal with that later. But human nature just tells you, all right, it's not going there. So you're going to need money. You're going to need, it's the tool by which in this country you make things happen. Inflationary things. We have a lot of the tax cuts for whoever you want, but we still have social needs and social wants. Someone has to pay for this stuff. We have to get, so you have to think out there, people in our age range, like retirement is going to look different for us. That's from my social life. It's just going to look different. Our parents' retirement, not in my case, because, my parent, this dude, he, retirement is like a 4-letter word to him. But, but it's not going to look the same. You have to continue to make money. You have to continue to keep pace with the market, and it's not, and keep pace with the economy. And it's not about like keeping up with the Joneses. You're going to have to be able to keep up, because things are not going to get cheaper. I mean, if you sit down and you think about some stuff, there's some things that I go by and I'm sitting there like, this really cost this? And I ain't like, I mean, you buy it, but you're just sitting there. And I mean, I'm blessed enough to, how, I don't know. Well, I know for sure when your parents used to tell you, I remember when so-and-so, and they was talking about nickels and, it cost 10 cents and all that, right? And now we at the point and we like, yo, you remember when this was $1? It was something that I bought recently. And I was like, I know. I mean, just basic. In New York, I went to slice of pizza. Yo, a slice of pizza can end up being $5. This was $1. I was high school. $1 slice of pizza is like $5. Yo, you put pepperoni on it. It's
$6.50.
Yeah, but
up north.
Pizza. I was in Queen. Like, are you serious? So my man, I think it was $3.50 on one of my spots, and I was like, yo, but these was $1, yo, $1. And so in your lifetime, you're like, what? But is there other things that you buy? Beef patty over here. Beef patty. Yeah, I'm like, yo, for real?
I'm like, $3.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
It's like $3.50, man.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten over the grocery shop, but I was totally shocked in New York with a couple of stores. You got a corner store. I was just like, you got to be kidding me. I think I mentioned it before. They had like cranberry juice was $8. I was like, like, yeah, it was $8. I was like, nah, man, this can't be real. So this is now. So things are continuing. So like everything, like even in business, you got to make more, but more things you got to control what you spend. And, the food industrial complex is no joke, man. It's no joke. Because that's the one thing you realize, like food, whenever I've gone through my budget at various times and went back, especially when I was working and I looked, the food was, you spend money on food. Because I mean, we do stuff. You go shopping, then you go buy something while you out. That almost always happens. Because you either get hungry because you either eat before, so you're not hungry in the grocery store, or you go, so you got to start, or after you've been in the store, you're like, damn, I don't feel like cooking now. Go get something. So now so if you had a food budget, you just thrown it off because you bought groceries and then you went and bought some more food. That's the number one. I mean, that's the thing, because they, the food, they know people gonna buy food.
And then you got to worry about if the food has a recall because it's poisoned and all kinds of stuff now, right?
Yeah, but no one cares about that. Think about this too. That's another cute one too.
Yeah.
Right. Have you ever sat fast food out for days at a time and it does not deteriorate?
Yeah.
E. coli ain't gonna do nothing else now. That's it,
right.
This is like, yo.
It's all propaganda. This is what I'm trying to say. Because they trying to push you into something else now.
Oh, everything is propaganda. Organic, vegan. Yo, more vegan food is processed than anything else. The stuff they have in there.
Let me tell you something, man. I saw this video with this two doctors, and one doctor was a vegan, and he said vegan almost killed him. Being a vegan almost killed him. Right? Because the body cannot break down certain
certain starches. That's what it is. Yeah. And then
in the vegetable, yep.
Yep. But that's what I'm saying. And that's one variation. But what I'm saying is that we have a lot of these vegan foods that are made to be like meat per se or something like that.
Yeah, shelf life. Because once you got to mention anything requires a long shelf life, you might as well forget about it.
Yeah, but look, I'm just saying, and I don't even know how we got here, but I'm just saying that, look, naturally, there's no vegetable on earth that tastes like a cow. All right. So in order to have something taste like a cow, you got to do a lot of processing to it to get it from cauliflower that tastes like a cow. That's still processed food, by the way. So it's not like it's still processed. So, but right now that's good process because that's the trend. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not here and I'm not bad because I eat vegan, I eat gluten, I eat everything. But what I'm saying is just the consciousness, like, yo, dude, because then people try to pop off like, something's better than the other. But the other trick with veganism, you know what else is vegan? Sugar. I'll leave that at that. White sugar is vegan. Good luck. That's what I'm saying. Oh, it's vegetarian too. Sugar. Eat all sugar you want. You vegan. You might have diabetes, but you be vegan. Like,
I'm done. Anyway, I'm done playing with you, man.
No, I'm just saying. But we're getting back to the money. My man say, part-time vegan.
Yeah, part-time vegan.
It is but seriously, it is good to vary your eating. Like,
gotta eat your vegetables. And you gotta learn to grow some stuff too. Like, become a farmer, man. And we all farmers. What you reap is what you sow. Yeah. That song, remember that song? What you reap is what you sow. Talking all that jazz, right? So,
no doubt.
It's truth.
I farm in the supermarket.
Nah, you're a farmer. No, you're a farmer. You have a farmer's complex.
What's that? Reap what I sow?
Nah, see, as above, so below, right? So your farming aspect is business strategies, your business approach, your business mind. You sowing seeds into the soil of your businesses and your individuals and your relationships and your clients, so you can harvest out at back end. So I'm just saying, have a farmer mentality for whatever it is that you do, because you got to till the soil, plant the seeds, and harvest what grows.
Yeah, see, there you go. We finally got there. Coffee kicked in, huh? Here we go. Let's take Mark 11:38. He's on now. I'm good. I'm carried. I can sit back now. The show is I yield. You on it. Just needed. We had to get to we got to the 40-minute mark, and that's it. We home free now. My boy is on it.
I'm just saying, right? We gotta have a. This is what society is calling us to do, man. We gotta understand the principalities of being a farmer, like nature. Nature tells us everything that we need to do, and I'm not trying to be all like. I'm definitely not, holier than thou in this conversation right here. But if we look at how, based off of everything we've talked about, based off of everything people experience as individuals and as businesses, the question remains: who do we need to be be effective in our own life? Period. Right. And so we are in the seasons we in is consistently dark. But that darkness is a benefit and an opportunity to us all. Because when you plant a seed in darkness, it got to grow from darkness. Mm-hmm. And when it goes from a seed to a plant, it goes from one form to another form. A plant doesn't remain a seed. The plant comes from the seed. Absolutely. And it transforms, right? So whether we doing business, whether we farming food, whether we raising a family, whether we're part of a corporation, it doesn't matter. We're all not everybody are parents, but it's a lot of parents out here, but we're probably siblings or not, nieces and nephews, children to our folks, things of that nature. Whatever it is, have a farmer mentality, because there's seeding and there's nurturing that needs to go along, and understanding that needs to go along with how do we consistently maintain through these changes in climate. And I'm talking about political climate, economic climate, cash flow climate, all of these things.
Yeah, social climate.
Right. Social and I yield back from there.
Yeah, you yield. You hit the little mic.
For now, man. See, you know what I mean?
Nah, that's a good one though. Nah, I mean that's actually, I think it's more important now than ever for that. I don't want to use that normal cliche, but seed your community, and seed, your people. And that's one of the reasons why the back end of the election, it wasn't as emotional for me, because I know, it makes it, once again, it's still a thing, regardless who's in Washington, in your zip code, your area code, your zip code, or what have you. The more that you sow there, the more you're going to reap.
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it, because a lot of people focus on, the big office, right?
Yeah.
But who you voting for? Who your representatives in your city, in your county, in your state, right? Because those are the people and the situations that's going to influence the top.
Yeah. And they don't want, and also definitely that. And I think we're letting them off the hook, because
absolutely
they don't have to work as hard, because all the attention is on Washington.
And then I give you another downer. Presidents are selected.
Oh yeah,
and I'll let you finish the rest. They're selected, but see, not everybody knows that. I just had, somebody tried to challenge that with somebody else, and I just happened to be there, and I was like, well, they're selected, not elected, and that took a whole turn until we ended up bringing that person back to reality, right?
Yeah.
And the simple question was, who did you vote for within your local township?
Yeah,
And
and what are they doing, and what are they? What can they do?
Right.
That's number one.
Right.
Number two, what are they doing? And number three, what do you need them to do? And I think in that complete apparatus, there's politics as it goes for us in business, and those of us, personal finance or what have you. Those questions aren't being circulated in the conversation. So even if your candidate had won, the same questions need to be circulated, because that candidate, and this is completely bipartisan, whatever the way that the political system is designed, it's not designed to someone gets elected and they off and running. It takes a lot of people to make things happen. And what happens, I think we get enamored with the selection process. We get enamored with that. And then people go away. 4 years, 2 years, whatever. But the accountability, like even your state legislature, most people don't know who their state legislators. They really don't know them. And most of us, I'm not going to say I do. Like, really, what can I call you for? Like,
right.
You're representing me, but I've never spoken to you. Right. I elected you because I like what you said, but you and I have never really spoken. And so by the time, the time that I voted for you, and right now, my needs may have changed. My feelings may have changed. I might still be able to rock with you, but I haven't really engaged with you. And the question is that the job of the politician? Not necessarily, because, like if someone's working for you, supposedly you say, yo, I need you to come in the office, so I'm going to reach out to you. I need to talk to you. This is the thing I say personally, I'm going to try to do more of.
Right. And then because it come back to accountability, right? It's we all got to do it.
Yeah. You got to talk to, because it's squeaky wheel gets the oil, but it's just, it's an understanding, so it's easy to go in despair. And the main thing now, I mean, just I'm independent, so I get stuff from everybody, it's like that. But what I think a big challenge is, so let's say, we say what's going on for the people and all that. So say somebody from the other wins. Do you just not engage them? Because they're still supposed to represent you. See, and that's what happens. Like, okay, so you represent me. You said you went to this. Let's talk. Tell me why you went to this to make it better for me. So I'll say, hey, do it like that. People, we're passive in the wrong areas.
Right.
And now I'm not saying everybody becomes a political operative, but just to, supposed to be here for us. And I'm saying this as business owners, just bring it full circle. As business owners, it helps you to have some knowledge of what's going on and have some connections and meet some people. It'll strengthen your business, because even that's an ecosystem. And a lot of times when opportunities come up, people know you. They know of you. They know of your business. They know you might have a print shop. Somebody decides, I'm going to run for office. Yo, you know a good printer, something? Printer of the culture. Oh, yeah, my man. Like that. I'm going to send them to business. It works. But that goes to the networking show we have to do on networking. Why you must network.
And how to lobby.
Oh, well, yeah, we totally got to get into that. Yeah, so that's but it's part of lobby. But lobby, you don't have to be a lobbyist to lobby.
No, you don't. Well, no, you don't.
No, yeah, I'm saying those are professional lobbyists, but you don't have to be a lobbyist to lobby your own representative.
Correct.
You can call your representative and say, hey, You representing me. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
So how you representing me? Now, a lot of times you talk to staffers or whatever, get to know them. That's like any place. You get to know the people that's on the front line. Everybody's always worried about the person at top. There's instances all the time.
Correct.
You go to a restaurant, this is what I always tell people. Like people that like I don't understand people who are rude to servers at a restaurant. That's like the silliest thing you can ever do. Like that's just it's like it's so bananas. I'm like, I don't even like that's just the silliest thing you can do. Aside from them doing something crazy from you to your food. But they're your liaison between the food on your table and the cook
and the chef. That's right.
Yep, chef. So wouldn't we not have to have a good rapport with our liaison? They're there. I mean, how many times, all right. The chef comes out sometimes and is everything all right? Yes, you like, yeah. I mean, but the chef ain't coming out, they know something ain't right. I mean, the chef would be like, yeah, I'm in the back.
Unless, it's just a part of their protocol.
Yeah, part of their deal. So, when we get into this, and I think there are a lot of places we do this in business where you got to talk to people. If you have state contracts, people have state contracts, and we've seen this. Some of our clients have city contracts and know absolutely nobody in the city government.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is when something goes wrong, you don't have anybody to call. Especially, this is very good on the municipal level. And I'm talking about, we're not talking about, it's not always construction, daycare centers, nonprofits, places that you get grant funding, you get stuff like this. You don't have a relationship. You have no relationship. You had a little hiccup.
Right.
Little problem with your reporting or something. You don't have no juice with nobody. These are all people, number one. That's first and foremost. People in government, they're people. They're not made of something special. They're people. I'm not saying they're not special people. I'm just saying they're not constructed in a way that it's like,
they're not an alien, super alien. Right, correct.
But I don't know. They just had a hearing on aliens the other day, and they're saying that they were, they're trying to say that. I'm not surprised. I'm sure they're. Hey, the reality is, how do we know we not aliens? But we go into that.
Oh, you really want to take me down that road?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just quickly saying, you look at all the other creatures on Earth, it don't really add up. You know what I'm saying?
True. To my dogs and your dog, we're probably aliens.
Oh, we totally aliens.
They're like, what are they saying?
What are they
saying? What are they saying?
Yeah, right. At this point, they aren't dogs anymore. They're like, we humans.
Humans.
They don't think they know. They look at dogs. They're like, They know like a stray dog.
Right. Wait a minute. They have 4 limbs, but they only walk on 2.
Yeah.
I walk on 4.
Yeah. But some walk on 2. They try to walk on 2 if you got the right treat. Like,
that's one of mine. He'll walk all the way to the end of the driveway trying to get that treat.
That treat, boy. They said,
2 feet.
Yeah, so like, no, but that's a whole nother story. We went somewhere else, but man, but yeah. So it's a lot of things. I know it's a lot of angst, and let's just be active, be proactive, put plans together, and get them done. That's the takeaway to me. This episode. Look at your plans, get stuff done, but just really be in tune to yourself and cut down the noise. I guess in some way we could be considered the noise in this capacity, but we're not the noise because we're here for the people. As you can see, this clearly is not a scripted show. Not even close. I'm being scripted, but this is a time those that know me know the year I had. Damn shit. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, oh well, that happened. But
same here.
I'm
man.
like, really? But when you go through, it's looking at the it's just going looking at what can we do? What can we do to help each other? What can we do to grow each other? And I Kory's sowing, not sewing, but sow. so that's very accurate. What seeds can we put down in our communities with our people to benefit one another? And our big thing is information. We try to share information. We up here talking about a book on Saturday morning. I know that's contrary to what a lot of people don't, but we appreciate those of you that check in, because everything is not for everybody. It's not for the masses, but we just try to say, hey, look, there's ways to get things done and enjoy life. And one of the things we big on small business, because there's some solutions to some things that could come out of strong small businesses. Operative part being strong, and creating a strong business and a sustainable business is not an easy task. And it's not a task that you should go at on your own, which was the perfect. I just threw an alley-oop to you. I don't know if you realized it. You should not go it alone in trying to build your business. All of us.
That's why you slide on over to Biz Therapy.
That's right.
We will walk you through. We will stand beside you. You got to walk your own steps, though. But we make it, amenable for you to get through the mundaneness and the headaches and the stress and the anxiety, by simple understanding, action, and implementation of. This, earlier in the episode, as James said, understand. You got to have an understanding, I should say, of what's happening in the world, right? Build some simple relationships, have some simple understanding, seek, professional alignment. Remember, become a farmer. You're going to reap what you sow. So instead of just winging it, because, sometimes we got to wing it because there's opportunity in our failure when we wing it, because then we get some better understanding. But you can't keep winging the same old thing all the time, right? So, reach out to us for Biz Therapy, and we'll help you. We'll get you properly aligned, especially, and it's operationally. It's the operations. It's that middle part of the business that is where, there's multiple hats that people wear. There's multiple areas in the business, but it's that middle part operationally that we all have our true headaches. Why? Because we don't want to acknowledge the need for assistance. We don't want to acknowledge that we need to delegate and follow up, right? And a lot of us stay pigeonholed as singular sole business owners and don't want to hire people, right, to take these responsibilities within the business, right? So Biz Therapy lends itself to helping you. So we talk about business dynamics. There's dynamics of business. Talk about the uniqueness of your role and your responsibility as a business owner and a leader, to not only to yourself, but to your family that are stakeholders, to the consumers that you serve, right? And the community that you serve as well, right? Down to tax planning and strategy. And then we have our strategic partner that is a finance certified personal financial advisor and investments. And the list goes on with the ecosystem of relationships that we offer. So yeah, so reach out. I'm a part of the Black the Greater Black Durham Chamber of Commerce in Durham, North Carolina. We have opportunities and resources there as well. Check us out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this yeah.
So
so Biz Therapy, right? Go to Biz Therapy and you can reach us at
biztherapy.info. And you can go to
correct.
the Heyward-CPA website. We're gonna focus on biz therapy today. I'm gonna add my 2 cents to I'm gonna add the cliff notes to what you were saying. So
But the full.
Yeah. But before we sign off and we're talking about it, the importance of this in doing your business is that it's lonely. Entrepreneurship is very lonely. Explaining what you're doing to your friends and family sometimes is the wrong move. We won't get into that today, but it's not the most efficient move for what you need to do to succeed. So a lot of us are out here on our own and making mistakes. And one of the most human feelings is not wanting to be judged. So no one wants to be judged, especially if you did something that didn't work. It didn't work. So the last thing you want to do is talk to somebody and they're like, they're not trying to judge you, but you feel judged, as opposed to having a coach who says, okay, this happened. Let's figure out why it happened so that you understand it so it doesn't happen again. It's a completely different conversation. Your coach or your biz therapist doesn't have an agenda other than your success. That's it. So the importance and the reason that we're developing this program, and we've been developing it for a couple of years, we've gone through these things, is because we see the number of people starting businesses and they come into the accounting practice because the accountants are the most trusted advisors and all that. But the accountant's role purely does not fit this human element. The human element. There's times when you're in business, you get up in the morning and you have no idea why you're doing this. Not you don't have an idea what you're doing. You're like, why am I doing this? What is this? What am I about to face today? Go ahead, this, that. Sometimes at the end of the day, you're like, you know what? I'm over this. And then you wake up in the morning, you're fine. But to have that person that you can call, one, reach out to, but two, is to the side and can structure your growth. Is thinking about you, like solely thinking about you, like saying, okay, this is what I know the client, I know them. This is what they need. Not necessarily they don't need. It's not about knowing your business. It's knowing you. It's knowing you. See, that's the difference. The accountants, we know the business. Our firm is unique because I got a sociology degree. That's why, because we deal with people. But coaching and therapy, just like if you do therapy personally, I'm knowing your business persona. I know you. I know the things. I know generally the pitfalls that happen. And this guy here, he's into that stuff. He really likes doing that. Like under the view and unpacking it so that people, one, they get comfortable with them, which often causes me a problem. But anyway, they get comfortable with them. And then, but you need that. I'm going to tell you, haven't been in business as long as I have. I'm a different animal, but you need people that can relate to what you're doing. And not specifically what you do. I'm talking about being an entrepreneur or being a business owner. Somebody that understands it's Friday at 12 o'clock. I'm $2,500 short of my payroll. I don't know how I'm going to get it. And if you think that don't happen, if you got a job, you would never know it happens because you get the paper. So who do I talk to? You can't go your spouse, because they're going to it's going to be like, so
flame
that's
out
not
on
going to
you,
help.
right?
Yeah, that's
Right.
not going to help. That's not going to help at all. It's going to make it
Right.
way worse. So that's what this therapy is. This is my my stump speech for biz therapy. Like that's what the human element. All the things that Kory mentioned are absolutely part of it. But why you need it is because it's cold out there and it's lonely. And when you get out there and you look and, and I mean lonely as an entrepreneur, you'll have people around you, but they're not going to be able to offer you the things that you need to keep moving towards the goals that you have. And then often you forget your goals. They get lost. So who do you have to bring you back on track? It's like a personal trainer. Most people know how to work out. Personal trainer is not there to necessarily teach you how to work out after a certain point. It's there to have you be accountable, but let's break down accountable. I say accountable is to hold you to what you said you wanted to do,
Right.
not be accountable to me.
Right.
I didn't tell you, it's what you said you wanted to do, and you need somebody out there to keep you here. And it's a commitment, and you build the habit. You say, you know what? I'm committed to this process. Eventually you start becoming committed to the person. And you say, you know what? I'm not going to waste this person's time because they're investing their time in me. And they're thinking about me when we're not meeting. Big part. I'm thinking about you as a business owner when I'm researching and all that. So as we enter the holiday season, it's biz therapy season, because you know when is the best time to start talking about your business? At the end of the year. This is this in the beginning of the year are the two times. So December and January are the two times when you start saying, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
What do I, and your brain might tell you to quit. Your heart says, no way. Who do I have to talk? I need someone to help me reconcile this. It's him. Well, according to which way you are. Yeah, biz therapy. You'll call it biz therapy. So that's my rant, man. I just had to do the little infomercial. It just came.
Yeah, see.
I don't know. I didn't even try.
Why,
I was just trying to put, you told me I was being all coy about the conversation with Profit first. I was like, but I think we've never really put it out here like that. Like, this is not, we're not just saying biz therapy because it's a cool name, because it really is a cool name. There's something to it, and it's necessary. It's as necessary as getting the EIN number. It's necessary if you serious about whatever you got going on. And most of us don't have that. We don't have anybody. We really don't. I mean, we just don't. So we got a somebody, the brother Core. So with that, man, we're going to get ready to chuck. And it's affordable, too. We take payments. But anyway. But it's a small investment. I mean, in the grand scheme, it's a small investment. It's like having a real person with you. So we're gonna hammer it next year.
We get it done.
Because I'm gonna tell you, because if we're sitting there, we're saying, yo, I'm laying seeds for people to have more businesses. I want people to have more businesses. I wrote an essay about people 1,000 more. I would in my lifetime, I want to touch 1,000 businesses, and that employ at least 10 people. It can totally be done, but you need these different pieces we got. We need these different pieces. Stop going out here on TikTok and getting your business advice. It's 60 seconds, 33 minutes, whatever it's telling you. Business don't work like that. Here to tell you. No shade. Just real. Just telling you. It ain't no shade. I'm bringing the sun through. We piping through. This is the truth. So y'all gotta, and not our listeners, we on it. But spread the word. Let them know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let them know we here. So yeah, it was real. It's a good day. I'm about to go. I don't know. I might go do what Drake does.
Take a nap.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I got some work to do.
That's right. Like Kumo D.
I got some work to do, man. I got it.
So anyway,
you know,
but check us out. Definitely go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you like this particular stream. But do us the biggest favor and spread the word. Tell people to check us out. You may not have questions, but they might. So check us out. We're here to answer, and we're here to be a resource for you for business and personal finance too. And we'll see you on the next side. So you know what we do. Peace to the gods.